back to Skincare with Ashley, where I help you perfect your skincare needs. Today we'll be talking about glycolic acid, and in particular this glycolic acid toner from the Inkey List. So what I'm going to actually do in this video is, first of all, I will just go through what glycolic acid is, the benefits of having it in your skincare routine, and what are the possible side effects that could come from glycolic acid. It will just be a short review of the actual acid itself, because I do plan on doing an in-depth video further in the future, just to explain a bit more about all the different acids that you could use on your skin. So if that sounds interesting to you, make sure you like this video and you stick around towards the end so you can find out my actual thoughts of the products that I've been using. So glycolic acid is a AHA, which is a alpha hydroxy acid. Unlike mandelic acid and lactic acid, glycolic acid actually has a smaller molecular structure, so it can actually penetrate deep into your skin and work more effectively at combating those dead skin cells and just revealing a younger looking, smoother complexion. It is often used in chemical peels, and it's often used to fight hyperpigmentation. However, you do have to be careful in the way that you do use it, because too high a concentration or using it too often can actually have the opposite effect, especially if you're using it and then you're not using a strong enough sunscreen. It is very important that if you use glycolic acid and other acids, in fact, that you are protecting yourself from sun damage. If you're using it to fight hyperpigmentation, you can actually have the complete opposite effect, because your skin will become more sensitive to the sun once you go into it, and that would just cause further damage. So I would always advise that if you're going to use glycolic acid for the first time, you should do a patch test. So just put it maybe at the back of your ear just a little bit and leave it 12 hours or so, just to see how that actually affects you. If your skin is not very sensitive at all, then by all means you just go ahead and just put it straight onto your skin. Just see how it works with your skin. Some dermatologists actually say that glycolic acid is not great for people of colour, but I've used glycolic acid in the past and I've had no problem with it. In fact, I've actually enjoyed using glycolic acid. So I thought I'd give this product a go, just see what it's like. The main thing is actually the concentration of glycolic acid that you're using on your skin, or how often you're using it. So I would suggest that you don't use it that often. Obviously you don't want to over exfoliate your skin, and make sure that you do use a cream or a lotion once you've used it at night time, because it can make your skin really dry and sensitive, and that cream will just help to soothe your skin a little bit more. It will also help to protect your skin so you don't have as much water loss from your skin. So now I'm just going to talk about the product. I've only actually used it once, and I wasn't going to do this review straight away, but I thought I have got some opinions on it. So I thought, you know what, I can do this video. Let's just talk about what my initial thoughts are of the product, and then further on in the future I will plan on doing an in-depth review of the actual product after I've used it for a few weeks or a month, just to let you know my actual thoughts of it. So I didn't really look at the concentration of the glycolic acid. I didn't read the ingredients. I really wanted to just use it to see what it actually was like, first of all, before I actually looked into the ingredients in depth. So this is the product. It's from the Inkey List, and this is actually the first product I've bought from the Inkey List. But I have heard some fairly good reviews. I've also heard that they are getting their inspiration from The Ordinary, and some people do actually go as far as to say that they've basically copied it. You know, it's a very simple design, and it's just giving you the high concentrations of ingredients that you actually want. And The Ordinary themselves have actually got a glycolic acid toner as well. Now, I must say, the Ordinary one is 7%, and this one is 10%, which is very high. It is actually the highest concentration you can get over the counter. But in chemical peels, dermatologists actually do use up to 70% concentration to give people a chemical peel, and they'll do that with people of skin of colour as well. So I thought, well, it can't be that bad for skin of colour. Obviously, I wouldn't suggest that you went in with it every day, which is one thing that I've looked on the box and I've looked on this packaging itself, and it doesn't say anything about, it just says use it at the PM, and it doesn't tell you how often you should use, which I find a bit bizarre, to be honest, because a lot of the time if you get glycolic acid or salicylic acid, you will, it will tell you how often you should use it. So by this, you would assume that it's good enough to use every night. I know a lot of people know that you shouldn't exfoliate every night anyway, but not everybody knows that. People might just see it and just decide, I'm going to buy it. So I just think that's a bit, I don't know, I think it would be better if they actually stated on it how often it should be used. But it's 10%. It also has witch hazel in it as well, which has alcohol. So, and itself, it has alcohol as well. So it's got witch hazel, which contains alcohol, and then it's got alcohol as one of the ingredients as well, which I find a little bit problematic. The fact that you're going to be using such a strong acid anyway, and then you've got those ingredients which can be quite sensitizing to the skin. It's like doubling up, isn't it, really? That I don't find to be the best ingredients to put alongside with it. I think they've put alcohol in it so that it penetrates even deeper and it works even faster, and the product's actually absorbed into your skin at a much faster rate. But you don't just want to just be using anything on your face. You want to be thinking about the actual ingredients. So that's a little bit not so great to me, to be honest. And it's also got sodium hydroxide in, which I've mentioned in one of my videos is actually lye. Now, sodium hydroxide is relatively okay in low concentrations, but it's quite high up on the ingredient list of this product anyway, and it can have sensitivity issues even at low concentrations. So they've added that as well. So, that's a little bit like why as well. But I'm going to actually talk about my thoughts of actually using this product. Like I said, I've only used it once. I used it last night, and as soon as I used it, I put it on my face, and my face was stinging. It was hurting a little bit. Well, to be honest, more than I've been used to when I've used glycolic acid in the past. I haven't used a concentration this high. The highest I've used is 6%. So I definitely think if you're going to use glycolic acid for the first time, this is not the product to get. I know you can, put something else with it. Maybe you could use like rose water or something. But I think instead of you mixing things, it's just better for you to just buy a product that you can just use straight off, because you're not a chemist yourself. You're not, you don't know what's best with what. So I definitely would suggest that if you're going to use glycolic acid for the first time, this is not one that you go for. Yeah, so my face was stinging. It was felt quite sore, but that was just for a little bit. I'd say after 45 minutes to an hour, my skin felt a lot better. But when I went to the toilet a couple of hours later, and I looked in the mirror, I did notice that my skin was quite red. So I don't know, it was quite red, and I did have a bit of sensitivity issues to it. And I know it's not because I've been over exfoliating, because I haven't exfoliated for quite a while, to be honest. I'd say probably getting on for a week. I haven't even used any products with a little bit of exfoliating, so I haven't used any physical exfoliations. I haven't used any chemical exfoliations. I've just been using my cream and my serum because I'm testing out new products, so I wanted to just use them because I plan on doing reviews. So it's not because I've been over exfoliating. So I definitely think don't use this that often. Don't use this that often. I do have one good thing to say though. I have to say, I'm not joking. I felt my face soon after. I know it was red and it was sore, but my face literally felt so smooth. It was really smooth. It looked like I do have a little bit, well, I don't know if you can see, I've got a bit of texture on my skin, and they seem to have gone down that quickly. You know, my skin felt so soft, it felt so smooth. So, you know, it's got some good things. It's got some good things going on. So that's why I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do a little review, my first thoughts about it, how it felt, just let you guys know, and then I'm going to do an updated version in the future. So I hope you are interested. Before I go, I do want to give a little shout out though to a lovely lady that I've met on YouTube. She's doing the Body Shop at home, and she's got a channel where she talks about Body Shop products. Body Shop is a very good company because they are cruelty free, and a lot of their products are vegan. So if you're looking for vegan products, or just anyway, if you're interested, please give a little view, just check it out. And the name of the channel is Pampering by Nicky, and I will leave that in the description box down below. So that's it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're interested in seeing more of my content, please subscribe. And in the meantime, keep looking after your skin.